Hi, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
Welcome to Reasons to See,
where we give you reasons to see
and not to see
the Incredible Burt Wonderstone.
So you and I will hang out.
That we shall. So when a new street magician stunt starts to make their act look stale, world-famous magicians Burt Wonderstone and Anton Marvelton look to salvage their act and their friendship by coming up with a new incredible trick.
Ryan's consensus. There are enough reasons to see the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. There are enough reasons to see the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Yeah, you know, it's nothing special. The movie's certainly not incredible, but it's decent.
Jerry's consensus. I think there are some reasons to see the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. There are some reasons to see the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Yeah, I mean, it's alright.
Reason to see number 1, Steve Carell. Steve Carell plays the Incredible Burt Wonderstone in this movie. First off, he's not so incredible, but he has enough moments that made me laugh.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I'm sort of mixed on his performance, but I don't think it's because of him. I mean, I have issues with the tone in this movie, and so, like, when he is more ridiculous, I like him less, and when he's a little more down to earth in the role, I like him a lot.
And he has a character arc in it, and he sells you on the character arc, because Steve Carell knows how to bring heart to characters like this, especially ones that are not so likable at first.
Yeah, no, and I bought the arc. It didn't feel forced, and I found myself really growing to like this guy, you know, as he became less of an asshole. There's something about when he's, like, totally into himself, like, totally at the height of his Burt Wonderstoniness, where he thinks he's all that. It sort of felt like a character playing a character.
Yeah, it felt a little forced when he was being the asshole Burt Wonderstone. But as he grows more into the obvious arc of having more heart, you know, you'll see it coming. We're not really ruining anything for you. Yeah. It's better. He does a better job throughout.
Reason to see number 2, Steve Buscemi.
It's weird, in the trailer they don't really advertise Steve Buscemi's character a lot, but he's like one of the main characters in this film.
Yeah.
He plays Anton Marvelton, Burt Wonderstone's partner.
And I love him. Well, and you're also used to seeing Steve Buscemi play all these, like, really shady characters and really unsavory guys or really creepy guys.
I call them gums. Right here.
Yeah. And it's nice. I just had a really good time watching him play a really, you know, fun, sympathetic character, you know, like, you just want to give him a hug and hang out with him, you know? At
first I wasn't sure if I could buy him because I was like, Steve Buscemi's naturally creepy. But he grew on me. I liked him. Reason to see number 3, Alan Arkin. Alan Arkin's probably my favorite character in this movie. He's really funny. It's that classic type of Alan Arkin, deadpan, straightforward type of humor.
Yeah.
And he does another great job in it. He's the most believable one.
Yeah, he brings a lot of just little nuances and stuff like that, and he's really fun to watch.
And I normally don't like, you know, older, grumpy man type of characters, but he was the funniest one to me in the whole movie, and he brings a lot of charm to this grumpy type of character too. And it's nice to explore his heart whenever the film allows those moments.
It's like they didn't go like all the way down the grumpy old guy rabbit hole where it's like, oh, it's funny because this old guy's like,
he's cranky,
he's snorting cocaine and saying all types of really obscene shit. Like, it's not that far down that rabbit hole of like, look, old people doing stuff you wouldn't expect old people to do. Like, he's just, you know, an actual cranky old guy, and you would understand why he's an old cranky guy. So yeah, he's definitely a highlight in this film.
He's the only person in this movie that I felt allowed this movie to have a little bit of a magical touch.
Reason to see number 4, James Gandolfini.
He's surprisingly really funny.
Yeah.
And James Gandolfini plays the guy who owns the Las Vegas hotel where
Doug Money is his name.
Where Steve Buscemi and Steve Carell both perform their act. and he's pretty funny in the role. I was surprised, you know. He plays that character, you know, that asshole type of boss, but he's more layered than that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying the writing layered him, but James Gandolfini brought that charm. You could see why people might like him, and you can see why he's a successful businessman, but he's also got some sharp deadpan humor that really made me laugh a lot.
And he's got a lot of just these little recurring jokes and stuff like that that were really funny, and every time he was on screen, again, those moments were a lot of fun.
Reason to see number 5, Olivia Wilde.
This is my first Olivia Wilde movie.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Yeah, everyone's always like, Olivia Wilde! And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Did you find her as hot as everyone says?
Yeah,
yeah, she's really hot.
And I thought she did a good job in this film.
Yeah, but despite being just good looking, she does a really good job in this film as well. I've seen her in more movies than just this, and I think she's really improving as an actress. Mm-hmm. So that's why I really felt that she should be on this list of reasons to see the movie, because, you know, a lot of these types of movies always have that female role, you know, that B story, the possible romantic interest, and she's more than just some B story in this film. You know, I liked how they wrote her character to have more interest than they usually write that type of character. They usually just keep them as like an assistant or something.
Yeah, well, and also the thing is that she's sort of written in such a way where she's kind of she's not like one of the, we don't follow her around the whole time, but she's always kind of saying what we're all thinking. Yeah. Because she's always sort of calling Burt on his ridiculous bullshit and stuff like that, and it's funny to watch them kind of square off. She's the person who kind of keeps it a little bit more grounded in reality. Yeah, she helps ground it, and she also brings a lot of that earnest, you know, heart into it. Reason to see number 6, funny moments. Yeah, you know, I'm recommending this movie because there are enough funny moments. It's not hilarious, but you know, as throughout the whole film, it's not like it's funny in the beginning and then it stops being funny, or it's only funny here. Like throughout the film, every like 5 to 10 minutes, there's a moment that'll make you laugh. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wasn't rapid fire, but it was consistent, and you know, every few minutes I found myself at very least chuckling at something. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I got a good belly laugh out of anything, but I was always amused. And there's enough charm behind the humor as well. And the best moments are when the humor seems more realistic than being over the top, like trying to be like Will Ferrell. Yeah, it's better when these actors who are more designed for more realistic type of comedy provide more of that realism behind the performances. And there's enough heart in this film to add to the funny moments as well. And the heart didn't feel forced, which was nice. That sounds good. You want to move on to the reasons not to see. The reasons not to see. Uh-oh. Reasons not to see. The tone. Yeah, the tone is sort of my main issue with this film, because it didn't seem like it fully knew what kind of comedy it wanted to be. Yeah. Because half of it is grounded in something close to reality, and then the other half is really broad and absurd. And like, I like absurd humor a lot, but it doesn't work right when the world isn't set up for that. It's more of its realistic moments, the realistic humor that really nails it better. So the tone is uneven because there are like sex jokes in it that I didn't feel worked for this film, because it sort of has a family film type of feel to it, but it's weird to watch a family film with sex jokes in it. Reason not to see number 2. Doesn't live up to its potential. You know, it has this absurd world. It has a great world. It's a great setup, actually, you know, like to explore the magician world between like Las Vegas show and then like the street type of magician performers. Yeah. But with its execution, it plays it surprisingly safe for a film that could have been, if they were more committed to its absurdity, if they realized what world they had to play with, I felt that it could have been a much better movie. You know, that's why it's a decent movie to me, just only because there's so much more it could have done. Yeah. But it doesn't go to the lengths that it could have gone to. This is one of those prime examples where it would have been really cool to have more actual magic stuff. Yeah, and it's sad to see a movie that's about magic so heavily, but yet the film doesn't feel magical. You know, that's a big letdown to me, actually. So that's the reasons not to see. We'll move on to split decisions. Split decisions. Split decisions.
Jim Carrey. I think we're calling this a split decision, not because we're in disagreement about like, I thought Jim Carrey was funny and he didn't. It's like, we're both split on how we felt about Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You know, there are some people who really think he does a fantastic job in this. But then I saw this movie and I don't recall one time he made me laugh.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. It's weird because he comes on, he's not even that big of a character in a set. He didn't feel like a big character to me because all he really does is come in every 10 minutes and then do something that upsets Burt Wonderstone, and then he leaves again.
Yeah, he does something violent to himself, and that's about as far as it goes. I get the joke, like, he's not really doing magic, he's just doing, like, violent stuff to himself most of the time.
Yeah, it's that extreme magic where it's like, is this even really magic if you're just gonna lay on coals for a week? Like,
it would have been cooler to see him do more magic, you know. The trailer of this film emphasizes the competition between Steve Carell and Jim Carrey a lot, yet it doesn't really feel like there's much of a competition. Really, you don't feel that intensity to be like, yeah, Burt Wonderstone beat Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it's just kind of like it's just that annoying guy came by. Yeah, it's just like Nelson Muntz came by and said ha ha and then left. Yeah, you know, they almost have a competition and then not even really. Like,
especially in the finale. You know, we're not going to give away the finale, but that finale that's when they should have done like the ultimate competition between Burt Wonderstone and Jim Carrey. He's good on the role. I think you're not supposed to like him, and I kind of didn't like him. Yeah. So I'm really mixed feelings about Jim Carrey. He didn't really make me laugh, but I guess he does a good job in the role. Alright guys, so we'll give you a quick recap of the reasons to see and not to see The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Jerry, you want to take it away with the reasons to see?
I will take it away. Reason to see number 1 was Steve Carell. Reason to see number 2 was Steve Buscemi. Reason to see number 3 was Alan Arkin. Reason to see number 4 was James Gandolfini. Number 5 was Olivia Wilde. And number 6 was the film's funny moments. And
the reasons not to see would have to be the tone, and it doesn't live up to its potential.
And the split decision this week, Jim Carrey.
Alright guys, thanks for watching our video. If you want to go ahead and comment below and tell us your reasons to see or not to see The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, please go ahead and do so. And if you want to check out my straight to the point review of The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, go ahead and click on this link right here.
And if you want to check out more reasons to see reviews, click this link right here.
And if you want to get updated every time a new video or a new review is out every week, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. It's a magical review show we got going on here.
Abracadabra.
Whoosh, see this box? You click the button and then it changes your whole email and your YouTube account, man. It's crazy.
Does it really?
Well, you just got another thing you subscribe to, but
yeah, do it.
Do it, man. The internet's fascinating.
And then like magic, much like magic, it'll tell you without you even having to do anything when new videos are out.
Yeah. And like, and how does that work?
Yeah, right?
How does email and all that make sense?
Don't even ask. Because a good magician will never reveal his secret.
Yeah.
Never know how the internet works.
Who invented the internet?
Jeff Internet.